The Ministry of Industry and Trade has approved nearly 860 million rubles in subsidies for technical re-equipment projects at two of Russia's most strategically important aircraft plants, signaling that the country's aerospace manufacturing sector is preparing for another major modernization drive. The funding will support the deployment of robotic and automated production systems at the Aviastar facility in Ulyanovsk and the Yuri Gagarin Aircraft Plant in Komsomolsk-on-Amur. Both factories are deeply tied to Russia's military and civil aviation ambitions, and both are now becoming central to a broader shift toward digitally integrated aircraft manufacturing. The modernization effort is expected to dramatically improve production efficiency, with some manufacturing sections projected to achieve nearly triple the current output once the new systems are operational. This is not just about replacing older machinery with newer equipment. Russian aerospace firms are trying to create interconnected digital production ecosystems where robotics, automated measurement systems, machine learning, and computer-controlled forming technologies all work together to improve precision while reducing reliance on manual labor. And honestly, that is a much bigger shift than it first sounds. The timing of these investments is especially important. Russia is simultaneously trying to accelerate serial production of the fifth-generation Su-57 fighter, expand deliveries of the Il-76 MD-90A military transport aircraft, increase production of MC-21 and Superjet components, and modernize multiple aviation production lines while operating under sanctions pressure and workforce shortages. At the same time, factories are being asked to maintain quality standards, even as output targets continue rising. And this is where the story starts moving directly toward KNAZ, the only serial production facility currently building the Su-57 stealth fighter. The Yuri Gagarin Aircraft Plant in Komsomolsk-on-Amur, more commonly known as KNAZ, also produces the Su-35 fighter and remains one of Russia's most strategically important aerospace facilities. According to the latest announcement, the plant will introduce a robotic complex between 2027 and 2028, specifically designed for the forming and correction of aircraft skin and frame elements. The new system is expected to automate shaping processes for airframe panels and structural components, turning the production section into a fully digital manufacturing environment. The technology is expected to combine three-dimensional modeling, automated process generation, precision forming equipment, and real-time measurement systems capable of minimizing human error during highly complex metalworking operations. For a stealth fighter program like the Su-57, even tiny inconsistencies in structural shaping can create major downstream problems. The modernization effort also reflects a broader long-term strategy that has already been visible at KNAZ over the past several years. To address production bottlenecks slowing Su-57 manufacturing, the facility has gradually expanded production areas while introducing newer technologies. New buildings commissioned in 2024 were specifically intended to support increased fighter output and advanced onboard systems testing. Altitude Addicts has previously discussed how these facility upgrades appeared to be laying the groundwork for much higher long-term production capacity. Recent Russian and international defense reports have also pointed toward the deployment of AI-assisted robotic manufacturing systems at KNAZ. According to developers affiliated with Irkutsk National Research Technical University, the robotic technological complex can autonomously generate manufacturing procedures using three-dimensional models and real-time measurements, functioning almost like what they described as a digital technologist. Reports suggest the system replaces labor-intensive hydraulic forming methods with automated roller-based deformation and digitally controlled assembly procedures. Industrial robots equipped with machine vision systems can identify, align, and process components with much greater repeatability than traditional manual methods. Russian aerospace engineers believe the technology could help stabilize production rates for the Su-57 program which has repeatedly faced challenges connected to precision airframes and advanced composite structures. It sounds very technical because, well, it absolutely is. The importance of these investments becomes much clearer when viewed against Russia's broader fighter production ambitions. Moscow previously announced plans to procure 76 Su-57 fighters under a major state contract. However, production growth has moved more slowly than expected, making automation increasingly critical for future expansion. The Komsomolsk-on-Amur facility is also expected to play a major role in the future development of composite metal hybrid airframes. Automated forming systems are especially valuable for these next-generation aircraft because they require manufacturing tolerances that are extremely difficult to maintain consistently through traditional manual methods. Even slight deviations during forming or assembly can affect stealth characteristics, fatigue life, or structural performance over time. While KNAZ focuses heavily on advanced fighter production, another major transformation is unfolding several thousand kilometers away at Aviastar in Ulyanovsk. Between 2027 and 2029, the facility plans to establish a new automated production section dedicated to the forming and strengthening of large aircraft panels. Aviastar occupies a uniquely important position inside the Russian aviation industry. The plant serially produces the Il-76 MD-90A military transport aircraft, manufactures components for the Superjet and MC-21 programs, and remains involved in modernization projects connected to larger aircraft such as the AN-124. Basically, if Russia wants to expand heavy aviation production, Aviastar becomes impossible to ignore. The new automation project is expected to directly support plans for a major increase in Il-76 MD-90A production over the coming years. Russian officials and industry representatives have repeatedly stated that Aviastar aims to gradually increase annual output to as many as 18 aircraft by the end of the decade. The groundwork for this transition has already been underway for years. One of the most important earlier steps was the introduction of a robotic automated flow line for Il-76 MD-90A assembly. The system included robotic docking stations and laser-guided positioning technologies capable of automatically aligning fuselage sections, wings, and tail assemblies. The automated flow line marked a major departure from traditional Soviet-era jig-based assembly techniques. According to industry reports, the robotic system reduced final assembly times while lowering labor requirements for airframe coupling by nearly 40%. The line's design capacity was specifically intended to support production rates of up to 18 aircraft annually. Altitude Addicts has noted before that this transition toward jigless assembly is one of the clearest indicators of how Russian aviation manufacturing philosophy is evolving. Russian sources later reported that the introduction of laser monitoring systems and jigless assembly technology reduced assembly cycle times by roughly 38% compared to previous methods. That kind of improvement matters enormously for transport aircraft production because these airframes involve very large structural sections that traditionally require extensive manual alignment work. The newly announced automated section for large panel forming appears to represent the next stage of Aviastar's broader modernization strategy. Large transport aircraft panels require highly controlled forming and reinforcing procedures because even small deviations can influence structural reliability, fatigue resistance, and aerodynamic performance. Automated systems help maintain far more stable technological conditions during production, improving both precision and long-term durability. Looking beyond individual factories, the modernization programs at Aviastar and KNAZ reveal something much larger happening inside Russian aerospace manufacturing. The industry is increasingly prioritizing digital production technologies and integrated automation rather than simply expanding factory floor space. Production systems are gradually being redesigned around robotics, digital modeling, advanced process control, and interconnected manufacturing environments. Practical industrial realities are driving much of this transition. Aerospace manufacturing remains one of the most precision-sensitive and labor-intensive sectors in heavy industry. Modern stealth fighters and large transport aircraft require enormous numbers of precisely manufactured components involving titanium alloys, composites, and large integrated structural sections that are extremely difficult to produce consistently by hand. Automation also offers another important advantage for Russia's aviation sector under sanctions conditions. Robotic production systems can partially offset workforce shortages while simultaneously standardizing quality across serial production runs. In other words, factories can potentially build more aircraft with fewer highly specialized manual operations. Another major factor is the increasing reliance on composite materials and hybrid structural designs. Aircraft like the Su-57 depend heavily on advanced composite structures to reduce radar visibility and save weight. Manufacturing these structures demands tighter tolerances and more carefully controlled production conditions than older generation aircraft required. The recent fire at a composite production facility associated with Su-57 manufacturing highlighted just how sensitive and strategically important these specialized capabilities have become. Reports suggested the affected workshop produced multiple composite structural elements for the fighter's airframe. Incidents like that also expose how concentrated and vulnerable certain aerospace manufacturing processes can be. As a result, digital manufacturing technologies are becoming essential not only for increasing production rates, but also for maintaining reliability and quality standards across increasingly sophisticated aircraft designs. And the more advanced these aircraft become, the harder it gets to rely on older production methods. The modernization initiatives also align closely with Russia's broader ambition to revive large-scale domestic aircraft manufacturing across both military and civil aviation sectors. Over recent years, Russian aviation authorities have repeatedly emphasized the need to expand production of transport aircraft, tactical aviation platforms, and domestically manufactured airliners. The Il-76 MD-90A remains especially important because it forms the backbone of Russia's military transport aviation modernization effort. Compared with earlier Il-76 variants, the aircraft incorporates upgraded engines, reinforced structures, modern avionics, and improved flight systems. At the same time, the Su-57 continues to serve as Russia's flagship fifth-generation combat aircraft program. Increasing production rates is viewed as critical for future fleet modernization goals, as well as potential export ambitions. Altitude Addicts believes the real significance here is not just about producing more aircraft, but about whether Russia can successfully transition toward long-term, industrial-scale digital aerospace manufacturing. By investing heavily in robotic production technologies now, Russian industry appears to be preparing for a future where aircraft manufacturing depends increasingly on digitally integrated production systems capable of supporting higher output without sacrificing precision or durability. So these subsidies are about much more than localized factory improvements. They point toward a much broader industrial transformation currently unfolding inside Russia's aerospace sector. A transformation centered on robotics, automation, digital engineering, and advanced manufacturing systems intended to sustain both military aviation expansion and long-term industrial competitiveness. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Please also take the channel membership to encourage us.